So let's first start off with FHA. Now, first and foremost, FHA's minimum standard, which has not changed, is a 500 credit score with 10% down or greater, and with a 3.5% down payment or greater, a 580 credit score. Period. End of story. That's what FHA's minimum standard is. However, many lenders, and folks, when I say many, I'm not talking about just the retail banks. I'm talking about local household lenders, lenders that perhaps many of you refer to today, have implemented overlay restrictions primarily through credit score. Now, I want you to think about that. Primarily through credit score. So FHA says we'll go down to a 580 credit score with 3.5% down, but many lenders have implemented a 640, 660, and as high as a 680 credit score. Folks, when you implement those credit restrictions, that cuts out a gigantic portion of the buyer population. So that lender is saying, we're not going to go down to 580, we're going to stop at 680. Think about that. Okay, now, if you can understand that that's not all lenders, okay, we at CrossCountry are one of a handful, okay, we're a few now at this point, that have not implemented any overlay restrictions as it relates to FHA financing. And folks, what I can tell you, and I said it and I try to scream from the mountaintops, as of 2 weeks ago, I said single-handedly for the month of April and May, there will be more declines issued and more transactions that will fail that do not have to fail unless people are paying attention, in terms of real estate agents, are paying attention to what's happening. Folks, we have now saved 19 transactions that were under contract, that have gone through the lending process, and that have been declined days before closing. 19. And it's interesting because the truth of the matter, I gotta get this bug. The truth of the matter is that the listing agents were reaching out to us just on a whim. They were like, hey, Matt, I happened to see your Facebook post, and I see that you go down to a 580, and I got this credit denial. Is this really the truth? So they have saved it on a whim. And so we're saying to ourselves and our team, like, oh my gosh, how do we get this information out there? Because here's what's interesting. We ran the numbers. There's about anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000 FHA transactions that close each month in the state of Florida. And what we did was we microed down these numbers in geographic areas and by credit score, and by these lenders implementing these overlays, the lenders that you know of, these household names, they account for anywhere between 1,300 to close to 1,500 declines should be issued in our region here this month. The question becomes, will it be one of your listings? Will it be one of your buyers? So understand that it's an overlay that these lenders are choosing.